Hello and welcome to the third episode of the DiasBhora podcast. The name is Sakheleni Ncumalo Uskubutu Ndwandu Zitegalangu Sotondo Se Umkhacho. And today I'm with PSL Championship winner. Am I correct?
Correct.
And you won it in 2010.
Yes, correct.
With Moto Action. His name is Milton Ncube. Welcome to the podcast.
Yeah. Thank you, Scooby. Thank you for having me.
So maybe we can start off by getting you to let us know who is Milton Ncube, your come up and maybe your history from where you grew up and up until the first time you kicked a ball in anger.
Yeah, I think it's been a long journey. I think it came from Udala, really from a young age, where I used to go to football games with the Thailand. So I think I developed that love for the game, I think, at a very early age. I used to play. He played for Mambas.
Okay.
Back in the day. So.
And his name?
Isaac.
Okay.
It's a promise. Yeah.
Okay. So he played for Black Mambas when they win the then Super League.
The lives, I won that Dinero during that time. So, so from an early age, I developed that love for the game. So Zimbabwe Harare, I think most of my locals, we used to move around a lot since police. So from Harare, Mutare, Sumbanje, up until we went to Bulawayo, that's where we kind of settled down. I think that's in grade 6.
Okay.
But most part of my childhood, I think
you spent it touring the country.
Mainly. Emotionally. So yeah.
So that you then came to Bulawayo when you were doing grade 6?
Yeah, I was doing grade 6. That's when I came to Bulawayo.
Yeah, because I know for certain in your story there is a mini Soma there, because you know how people talk in football. Umfana ka Soma. Explain.
So when I finished my primary school education, I went to boarding school. Secondary,
okay.
So I spent 4 years there. Then after, when I finished doing my secondary, that's when I came back home. I passed, but I didn't take up further. We went to A level at that point into Zazaga at the time. So I kind of took a gap year during that year. That's when I met Soma. So there was a club where I signed up.
So we're talking about someone who's around 16
years. Yes, I was 16.
So are you telling me before that you had not played organized football?
I did play before, like I said, in Senza grade 6, 7. I played for do you remember all right?
Stops camp.
Yeah, so I was playing for Stops for organized club football. So evening is a school, during maybe holidays, I would come and still play
for his Stops.
For his Stops, yeah.
And during your time at Stops, which players maybe made it into the big time?
The only player I think which comes to mind was Musa Bukuni. I think he grew up as someone I looked up to since what he started from Stops. Yeah, I saw him progress in his career. So it was something which is good. Someone who I looked up to when I was playing as well.
So then you meet Soma when you were around 16.
Then I met Soma when I was around 16. So there was a club where I called Namrapana. Which was formed, I think, around during that time, around 2000, and that was 2004, I think. So together, Nofair, I think there's a guy who owns the garage there. Kind of him and Soma, they kind of started that
Okay.
That's where it all started. So I will in football circles. So from I think I spent about 2 years playing junior football. In Osona, then later on for me with the mayor, which was run by Omega Swanda.
Division 1.
Yeah, it was Division 2.
It was Division 2,
yeah.
right?
So yeah, that's when So the Amin was also the coach there. So and then after with the mayor, I think again then I went to Zimbabwe since it was in Division 1 at the time. I think that was around 2007. I think.
Yeah.
I only played for 1 season for
It's Zimbabwe Saints.
Yeah. And then after, I think during that period, juniors there's this guy who is now late, may so rest in peace,
Yes.
He was always fond of me when I was coaching juniors.
Yes.
So at some point, I think when I was around 2005, I think he was at Amazui. Since he was at Amazui, he was juniors. Organizing our own training.
Okay.
So I went there for a trial once, but it's some of the highlights in some when I was still.
So you then moved to Harare, Shooting Stars?
Yeah, then I moved to Harare, and again with person and I was in charge of Shooting Stars.
Yeah.
So then I went to Harare with the Shooting Stars. So with a few of my other guys, they just really saw me from the likes of Lasting Sasa, who I later played with Highlanders, Shepard Marikere, a friend of mine who I grew up with. So it was 3 of us. So I went there, I played for Shooting Stars, I think for 2 seasons. Where we won the Independence Cup, I think. And then I think Joey at some point took over after Patson had left. And then later on he went to protection. So when my contract finished, we were
come to motivation.
We also was going to wait alpha. So that's when I went to protection. I think that was 2000. 2010.
And how was the transition now from playing juniors football and Division 2 football in Bulawayo, and all of a sudden you are thrust into the big time, into the Premier Soccer League with Shooting Stars? How did you manage to adjust?
Yeah, it wasn't that difficult, but obviously it's your first time. Some of the big names you are coming up against them. So I think once you have your first game and your game, I think it becomes.
Do you still remember your first game?
Yeah, I still remember. We played Monomtapa, I think.
Okay.
First game, I think we played Monomtapa. Coach of my place. It's another thing I still remember. Then we won the game the other 1-0. And the same Monomtapa which went to win the league the same year. So I still remember that.
So did the nerves affect you in that game?
Yeah, it did actually. The thing is, once you go onto the pitch, before you have your first touch, but once you get that first touch out of the way, then everything else.
So no moomish moment?
Yeah, I don't remember in that game, no. I've had loads, but not in that game.
Okay. So can you take us through that year when you won each championship? What was the catalyst?
I think it was mainly with the players we had. I think with the quality, in terms of quality, I think we had quality and people who were hungry. I think that's more to do with that. With quality, and abantu bangkhona bekhona babelambile. Some people who needed to prove a point ukuthi we can do something special, and the coach as well, his CV speaks for himself. What was so, I think it was a combination of a lot of factors, because we had all Diego Milito during that time, Charles Banda, and Argentine, I think it was on the calendar that year.
The veterans, Oklahoma, Musia, was still there?
Musia was there. No, Musia.
He was no longer.
Edward Tembo.
Oh, yes, Sporo.
Sporo, Salim Milanzi, Marlon Jani. So it was a mixture of experience, really. Passmo Bernard.
Yes.
We also was there. Isaac Masame, Ujai as well.
And Sarah Kondo?
Alisara Kondo, I think yes, but he didn't play a lot of games that season. But yeah, he was. I think he was part of the team. And I think that was the main core, maybe of
the team.
Yeah.
And the feeling of lifting the championship, because it's back then. It was usually the big guns, and all of a sudden, motor action lifting the championship.
Yeah, I think that's what made it more special. You be coming up against Dynamos, your Cape United, your Highlanders, the powerhouses, but kind of we nearly put on top in that season. I think we were very consistent that season. I think we didn't lose a game, if I remember correctly, for like 2 seasons at home. So it shows how the pedigree we had, I think, in those 2 seasons.
Then you went on to play in Africa.
Yes.
And how was it now, the experience?
So, in Africa, on my side, I was unlucky because this season, I think I started running the Mele.
Okay.
And they acquired the services of was this left back, Ocean Mushura from Dynamos. So I was kind of a big part player in the following season.
And also, now you mentioned the coming in of Mushura to play as a left back. When we've seen you play as a left back, we've seen you play in midfield. Which is your preferred position?
Preferred, maybe I would say, I don't know, preferred, or I think the position I enjoyed more maybe was playing behind the strike.
Okay.
That's
why? Because you get to be lazy, no tracking back.
If you know me, people will know me and you tell you I wasn't that lazy.
But
I know what you're saying. But because the thing is with me, I was able, maybe, what I can say, to connect each team, I think, from each defense to attack. That was, I think, I enjoyed doing that in Milan. So,
but now, to tell the truth now, when you're playing in that position behind the strikers now, you can afford.
Yes, you can. Yeah.
Because I know
you are that person.
Because I know when you're playing as a left back, you know which if I don't left back, yes, they'll score and I'll be playing. But when I'm behind the strikers, there I can be like,
the luxury position. I do understand that, but I wasn't that kind of player.
Okay, then the move to Highlanders after.
So his story, I think, apparently, which is really funny. When I was motivation, I went there as a striker. But when I think during the season, I think Salim Milani got injured. I think he broke his arm, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
So then I think he assisted on one about David George.
Oh yes.
Since lapha unganawula cover ka left back. Why singazamuntu? Sibone ukuthi uyadlala nje. From there, vele, I played manje vele naturally vele manje I do ojayele ukudlala iposition. So in that championship winning I actually played left back. Not by design,
by default. So I'm saying, growing up playing as a junior, you had never played as a defender.
No.
Okay.
I was never. I usually played left wing or as a striker. Those were my main positions.
Okay.
So
yeah. Then from motor action.
Yeah, from motor action. So in I think the follow-up season, motor action, I was kind of a free player. I didn't get much game time, so I moved to back to Bulawayo. So I think guys, it's where I spoke to somewhere like they're bringing in a new coach Lapa, so
that was when they brought Ncube. So now that was a star-studded Highlanders, because you guys came with Abu Bakar foot.
I wouldn't say star-studded.
It was.
No. Which Bakar, yes. I think I'm a star zone about you maybe. I would say I want to maybe during that season I'm a star. Maybe I want to do this. No Bakar, yes, in a way.
But me, yes. I do argue that it was a star-studded team, because there were the likes of Raman, Kutanzira.
No, Raman, but we are after. I see. In 2014, Raman, we are after. That one, Rio.
Yeah. Also, initially when
Eric Mzingwa, Innocent Mapranga.
So that's why I'm saying. That's why I'm saying.
It wasn't star-studded.
It was a star-studded team, but unfortunately, you guys did not lift the championship. What happened?
To be fair, we were. I think in the 2 seasons, we were just unlucky. I think we fell short. I think there were some games maybe as a draw where we should have won. I think mostly where we struggled with in the 2 seasons that I won, the 2 seasons I'm a dead. Now I was the boys and company the chicken nini ngadi ngapha le yona nje ekwela thuna ekwela thuna. So I think they are mine. So those kind of games, I think it's kind of, they were kind of where you think you die. So 20 point, or maybe we should have gotten maximum points in 1 or 2 games and get over the line, because it was painful losing in league twice in a row of goal difference.
How difficult is it to play against like Amachita that maybe you grew up playing with juniors or guys that you stay in the same hood together? You see some tackles flying in. For instance, Rio and Tabani Kamsoko were in the same class at Ingwekwe, but I saw Tabani Kamsoko hitting Rio like they did not even know each other.
So quite good. It's all about armor breaking, right? So you know that we die very. However, you say I'm tactics are getting that one. So it's all about who die, who die, who watch his son, who die.
But I'd like to argue that maybe the tactics do count, because
not much. For me, if it's a debut, no.
Listen to my reasons. Okay. When you guys were playing on Sundays, Adam Glove would come through because Chicken Inn would have played on Saturday.
Yes.
So he watches you play and realized the Highlanders engine room, Rio and Mtulisi, they are driving this team. So what he then did was Teko, Koredema, Peswaban. And I do think that really affected you, because against Chicken Inn, you guys couldn't play because your midfield would have been locked. So I do think somehow tactics would also
they do matter, but once when I was a player in that kind of game where we won with the rights, that is related to tactic, but it's not working.
You have to lift up your game, because
that's why I like playing for amateur teams, and you actually challenge yourself with so you have to find a way. You have to find a means. not ukuthi coach uthe but ubona ukuthi alright lapha akusaspani so senze.
You bring up an interesting point there. Playing for Shooting Stars, they were not a big club.
Totally
Moto Action could have won the championship, but they were not a big club.
There was less noise.
So, how is it like now to move from such a small team, let us call them a small team, to a giant like Highlanders? How is it like?
I think those teams, I think it's all about character mainly. Of course, yes, you do need the talent, but it's more to do with your character. More like character in those clubs, it's impossible. Because once someone with him, you're telling you then you go hiding the whole game. So they can see it. I think your performances are more magnified when you're playing for a big club than a small club. So you can, the later your small teams, you can get away with it. But people are here can't get them done.
So I'm saying
it's actually it's a different issue.
When you're inside there, can you hear what the fans will be saying?
Yes,
in Klamba.
Oh, in Klamba, okay. So what like my friend. I always tell him this.
Which friend is that?
Because he says so it was umbono ukuthi nawe yana yini. Bashinkala kade enhlamba.
Then
so yeah.
Does that not affect you?
No.
You don't take it personally.
You accept it. When you play, once you play for that Highlanders, I think you do understand it. It's a religion. It's more than a club. So you will understand.
Okay, so there are some football fans that are fanatics. You have not performed for Highlanders, then they come across you anyway. What happens? Have you ever been in a situation whereby someone maybe confronted you?
Yeah, I've heard yes. Or maybe when you're going out in a Wangan market doing something else, you then come. Usually I used to go on the Wangan. They would step in before me and anything.
Okay.
So that's how usually I end. I wouldn't want to confront and they sound they feel.
But people would really have a go at you.
Yes, they would. But luckily during my Highlanders time, I didn't have a go.
Okay. Now, maybe back to your nickname. When did football people start calling you Milito?
Milito came from, I think when I was playing for Motor Action.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a guy.
The Argentine striker.
There's a guy. No. I'm looking for the guy who gave me the nickname. Perez, do you remember?
Yes, Anasio.
Yes. I think he's the one who started calling me. So I was like, Milton, he's too English. I was like, I'm going to start calling you Diego Milito. So yeah, that's how it's
Okay.
the actual name just.
So are you saying before that you didn't have any other football nickname?
From school, yes, but.
And what was it?
Nangumboma. From school, I think, yeah.
Why? Because you were hitting the booming shots like Patrick Bomb.
Yeah. And then there was Sebo B. That was from Elliot Matika. I used to call me Sebo B Chowton because,
Okay.
Because of the shots.
Okay. So then, how did you then get to leave Highlanders? Or maybe, before we even talk about you leaving Highlanders, you grew up in Harare. Then you come to Bulawayo. Which team did you grow up supporting? Before you became a player yourself, which team did you support?
When I grew up, it's a good thing. This is a very good question. But the thing is, I owe it in it. I think it's some fans, I think maybe Islanders fans, they don't take it lightly. Because I grew up in Harare. All I knew was Dynamo.
Was Dynamo, yeah.
Because Ubabami used to play like Masima Dinero. So seeing Masima Dinero like in the transition from Mambas to
Dynamo.
So when I was young, that's all I knew. Very Highlanders. Ngaba years later on, I think Senkula, and I got to learn more about it when I moved to Bulawayo. But once you play for Highlanders, everything changes.
So are you saying it changed when you then joined the Highlanders?
Once you play for Highlanders, everything changes. Everything changes.
Okay.
There's just something. Maybe I never played for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, when I grew up, I was a Dynamo fan.
Okay. So then, who was your favorite player at Dynamo during the time when you were at Zimbabwe?
During the time, there are a lot of players, I think. It depends, maybe during which time. I had a lot of them. Because we have kids late.
Yes. So you watched Elliot Matsika, then later on played with them.
Yes. I watched him, yeah. Elliot
Okay.
Matsika, I think. Then Chantida. Then Clive Mali. I used to like Clark.
Yeah. So then maybe which player did you model your play around? Tina, when we were growing up, when someone did something nice, you'd be like, hey, Matinda. So who did you model your
I
play
love
after? You want to say
coach, but I think maybe someone I idolized later on, I think Bobo for Simon.
Okay.
Maybe probably like because of mom left.
Yeah.
I used to love watching Officer. I think Owner as well. But I wouldn't say I voted my game on Owner because most likely I think I would say maybe Officer.
Okay. And then back to your movement from Highlanders. You moved from Highlanders. What happened?
Yeah, so from Highlanders, I think in 2 years army. So we had a Chan tournament, I think.
Yeah.
Around 2014 January. So my contract, I think, expired in 2014. So, which was, I think, a good opportunity for me. He expired because you never know when you go into a tournament. You never know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Because I'm a team now, when it comes to transfer deal, or something like that. So I think when you're a free agent, I think so I was lucky during that tournament. I played very well in the Asian tournament. I think the Ajax scouted me. I think facilitated duty since he had already previously worked with Ajax before. So I went there. I think they played there for 2 seasons or so.
And how was the experience now of playing in South Africa? Because I remember when the late Clopas Rodlo went to Kaizer Chiefs, he was like, I'm a chance. I just leave my flat wearing flops, a short, a vest. I go there, the training kit will be there.
Yes.
So how was
I
it
think
like?
it's the level. I think in South Africa, their standards are more European. They are, I think, almost similar. Almost similar when it comes. I think professionalism and stuff. It was an eye opener, I think, for me when I got there. The way they do things, training session, the way they prepare, game analysis, training analysis, into Zinjalo, something which I had never experienced when I was back home. So it was a good experience. Very good experience, especially when it came to Intozavo. I think since now we are now catching up Intozavo. I think more analysts.
So like even the use of maybe video footage, because I remember talking to Zmiseleni Moyo sometime, and he was like, there was a time when he thought maybe the coach had a grudge against him because he'd be like, Dota, uyasidlisa usidlisile yes, and he could not believe it. He thought maybe because I'm a foreigner, this guy is always taking shots at me, until the guy then showed him video footage, and it was there as clear as daylight.
But the good thing after the game, next, I think when you come in, video analysts you send you if you want your own logos and number clips. They will send it to you. So obviously, because you so your performance with you can't hide. Everything is there.
And what were the highlights of your stay at Ajax Cape Town?
I think it wasn't what I expected. I think one thing I was unlucky because I have an issue permit during that time. I think so. The first 3 months, I think when I came back. So the thing is, the team Venice's nice and I went back and I prepared in the way permit. Or would Villa was in the plans, but when I got back,
the story changed. Someone took the opportunity.
So I was this boy went on to play for
Okay.
Naturally, he was a centre back, but since he was left-footed, so coach what I sense at the time.
Can you, in the meantime, be playing there?
In his fairness to him, so it was hard for me to get back into the team. So I was kind of a fringe, in and out guy. So in total, I think I made maybe 21 or 22 appearances.
Okay. So did that lead to them then releasing you?
Yes. So later, after that, those 2 years,
so
I think, I think the mistake I made also was I should have gotten an agent when I got to SA. Because I've always been a person who, if you are good enough, you don't need an agent. Because the thing is, in Zimbabwe, there were very few agents. Maybe
so I
the
say,
ones that you have your match, maybe I will 10 or 15 players. So do you think you're gonna be a priority for you with 10 or 15 players? So for me, I was kind of agent we do our deal, then
okay.
Not to
like becomes an agent / manager.
No, I didn't want. When I was playing in Zimbabwe, I didn't want.
So then, how did then?
But when I made the transition to go there, since I hadn't made a name for myself in SA, so it was wide for me with Tanzania because I didn't handle that much for me to maybe when I start club hunting, things will be easy. So that and for more protection, because in the end, I think the Ajax, they didn't act in good faith. Because after the 2 years and after my contract, because only 2 years, but the club had an option to extend. So at the end of the season, 2 years. But you can go locals in off season. But it was a way of saying that 1 year extend. So I went to off season. So when I went there,
free transfer.
But it's too late. I'm a team player off season. So it was kind of too late for me. So which I was saying, at least if I had agent, why is Zambonisa? Because I trusted them in good faith. They would do something like that. So, but if I had an agent, why is Zambonisa in small details?
So that led you to come.
So I had to go. So I was like, so I went back home. So when I went back home, I wanted to go to Highlanders, but there's some stuff is not. Then I went to Because the thing, Highlanders, they still owed me some money from the previous contract. So I was like, okay, as canceling here, I need no idea cutters.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, man, it's something to our mind. So I went to our mind and do Kevin kind was going to our mind.
So did they eventually pay up?
No.
One of these days, you might be like, you guys, you owe me.
Yeah. I think it's one of the things. I don't know, because it has become a culture. Maybe but it's something they do need to look into, because we lose players mostly because of interest. So we have read a lot of players who play so they perform but it's not
yes.
But
So what? So maybe it raises a point. Why is it that you go on to play 2 seasons done, but you are still owed your signing on fees? Why do you go on to play?
What should you do? Two done. But we do have anyway institutions now who can help you to Tony Maria, like IFAS.
So maybe just because you'll be getting paid, maybe your monthly salary
and your winning bonuses.
So you end up forgetting about that
don't.
one.
No, it's not like you forget, but it's not something you actually push at the time who die. So many wins so.
So then Haumine.
So after Haumine, then I think there's some point I was defunct at that time. So I went to Cape United. So at Cape United I played for should be 1 or 2. Then I went to Harare City. I think that was my last season.
Then
I came.
So now, after having made all those moves from Shooting Stars up until your last contract at Harare City, did you make any money, or there's no money in Zimbabwean football?
Now, of course, you see, my contracts and stuff, but it's there, but you get lucky now that there may be national team, then also have a part. But you do not a lot, but you do make money.
Yeah. So now I understand you still active here. You still involved in the game of football. Yes. Can you tell us more?
Yeah, I'm still playing. Not very competitive, but still relatively competitive. I'm still playing for which was is in step 6. So that's where I'm still staying.
I think the club is across. Okay.
We could have gone there, but anyway, they're close to there.
Yeah. So now you've got your boys. You were telling me this other time that my boys will also be playing at the weekend.
Yes.
So are your kids following you, like following in your footsteps to become footballers?
They're trying to. They shouldn't. They should follow their own path. Anyway, they shouldn't follow mine. I didn't want to kind of push them to be playing football, but I think now they're kind of getting into it. So I'm gonna. They were asking me maybe to sign them up for a club to play for. So I'm going to do that.
And like you're saying, you want them to follow their own path. Is it because of something maybe that you saw?
Because I've seen maybe I was highly most of them, they push kids to do stuff they're not into. I think it should be their passion with it. Maybe for like tennis, maybe for like cricket, or is into art or some other stuff. So I think it should something like a taste and so it should come from them, not me pushing them into it. So yeah.
So maybe besides just playing, are any plans maybe to get into coaching, do pages here? You see, like as it is, our Warriors, they keep on hiring foreign coaches, and you guys are now here. Maybe you might be like, let me get to the pages so that...
But I need to be white then to get the job.
So
yeah, but I'm working. I'm working working on doing my pages now. I've done level 1. I'm waiting to do the UFRC, and then I'll see. I think coaching is something I'm looking forward to doing.
Like
in the upcoming maybe few years.
Like going to become like they call the managers here, or maybe just part of the backroom staff, because you know, like in Zim, the bench will be very thin.
Yes.
But here there'll be someone maybe who's just focusing on a particular something.
Yes,
so
yes.
The type of person who may be at the forefront, or
I would like to go to the forefront. I think coaching is something I would want to do. With the knowledge I have, I think I need to be imparting my knowledge to whether it's the young boys or we'll see.
So then, in your career, which coach can you say, this one really made a very big impact? Yes, you've said Somang Bavako, but is it him or is it another coach?
Yeah, obviously you saw my years, because from an early age, I think during that time, I think he's a good, when it comes to development, I think he's someone who's very good with young boys. If I was lucky, I think maybe during the 4 years, I think 4 years, I think that development, I kind of lost it when I went to boarding school.
Okay.
Of which, I think during that 4 years, I could have been maybe a better player than what I was in the end. So I would say yes, Usoma, but I think I would say the other two who have made a massive difference. I'd say maybe Kevin Kaindu or Ian Goro.
Okay.
I think it's those are the main coaches, I'd say.
Then in your career, can you say this was my most difficult opponent, especially considering the time that you spent playing at left back? Any tricky wingers that you would dread coming up against?
I would say maybe it's the tricky wingers, you know. But there's one game I remember, I think it's should be Chan tournament when we played Mali, the one from Mali, I think.
Okay.
When we played Mali, I think, was it in the group stage or quarterfinal? I think Mali.
Oh,
really
that was
good.
a tournament where Mali was said to have brought under 23s.
Yes. It was really good.
So are you saying locally?
Locally bakhona nje, but because local, I think I didn't play for long when I was playing left. I think I only played half a season, of which season there, I wouldn't say.
No, we can always switch the question. Yeah. Which defender gave you a tour time?
Hey, I would say give
Bello.
Yeah.
Why?
Because I think it was more to do with his reading of the game. Because you would think ukuthi ndoda mfitshane futhi emoyeni ndoda ngendlela ayeqa ngayo for someone who was short. His reading of the game on the ball as well. So I think if I had to pick, I think I would pick him.
Agulabo Makancha, the tough tacklers that would be like, when he's coming, I'd rather leave the phone.
I think the other one, I would say Temani Masudu, coming up against him.
Smaller?
He's smaller.
Why?
Smaller cancer.
Seriously?
Smaller. Why can't you obvious? But
yeah, you know, I once had a player. I once coached someone who was like that, and what that person would do. And maybe say the ball would be on the opponent's right foot.
Yes.
Yeah, nah. Yes, because everyone's attention now would go up. Yes.
But
what happened to this guy? Okay.
Yeah.
But you good friends with Smaller. So maybe it goes back to that point that we were saying. It's just a game.
Yes.
After the game,
we
go back to being friends.
Because I used to see everything, even at training.
So how intense maybe was it? Say for instance, you've gone to Shooting Stars. You are someone from Bulawayo. How is the reception from the Harare guys? Do we get such situations whereby maybe someone tries to eliminate you using rough play?
During that time, I think it was different because most our teams in Harare, they were full of boys from like Imoteshi,
Sporo,
Salim
from Wange.
So it's totally different. Maybe as in, I think way before teen, that's where it was kind of.
But now what has changed? Because
since I can't believe it, no man jelly.
Oh yes. Oh, is it late?
Yeah, I think it's late.
Oh, okay. So I'm saying, what has changed now? Because you realize many youngsters, they would continue playing for, say, Poso 90. Instead of taking up his bag and going to Pikita Minerals or elsewhere just to look for greener pastures. What has changed?
I think it's more comfort. I would say that's what I think. More to do with the comfort. I wouldn't want to be bothered to try this performance. So and maybe not challenging yourself. As a player.
Then maybe looking at our Warriors, the AFCON tournament is coming up. What do you think of our prospects?
To be honest, I don't really know. Tolukocho Musha just before a major tournament like this. I'm a bit skeptic. Maybe I think for me they would have maybe in a scenario just leave maybe
needs to continue.
Is either you leave Nice or you leave his assistants to continue. That was I think the easier way. Bring in someone that is knowing in preparation here to footy we don't do particularly well in terms of the preparation. So I don't know. Because now so like Galebe was some players when we a month to go into a tournament.
Yeah.
So it's not ideally, but we know how. It's not surprising how we do things anyway.
So okay, are you saying even during your time when you were part of the Warriors setup, things were not flowing smoothly?
It's always been like that. So in terms of, I think me now when I was there, I think Ukoro kind of. I think lo coach and strong would maybe push Avandlavana to do stuff. I think it's much better because he kind of went out of his way in doing some other stuff. So I think in terms of Imali, food being paid.
So are you saying Zifa also owes you?
I'm saying in
Do you want to pen any bridges since you want to do your coaching pages?
To be honest, honestly, they should be doing better than what they're doing now. I know maybe it's a new executive or it's a new dispensation. They should be doing better.
Now, maybe from a player's point of view, like you coming in from Bulawayo, you've been called up to the squad. Do you experience any friction? Because I remember recently there were stories of the Bulawayo group, the diasporans and the Harare. So, did you experience such?
Not really. I think for me, I think we were lucky. The group, it was a mixture of maybe Bulawayo and Harare, but team I'm gonna even to be honest, because we had Diego, I think during that time. George was playing now, the goalkeeper. Passenger who was playing for Dynamos, Eric Sipeta. Who else? I think was Requi, who was playing for was still a Keta. And we had Tumahachi, he was still around, I think in Sundowns. It was, I think, a group player na Ibambele, to be honest. Everyone.
And as we are rolling out the names, this was
Oscar Machapa, Ali Sadiki, Oriyo.
As we are rolling out the names, this was a very strong team.
It was, yeah.
But you guys did not live up to expectation. Because when you went there, yes. Prophet, what did yes, I remember because my boy Uriyo, I think it had been prophesied that he was going to score. So every opportunity that he would get, he would start shooting. And I was like,
Look, you put on it.
Look, he's thinking it was said that I'm going to score. So let me shoot on side.
Yeah, I think we were just unlucky that tournament. I think the very least, I think we should have maybe got it into the final.
Okay, now
it was a good goal.
Yeah, and talking about in the end, I was wondering, when as a player, were you the superstitious kind? Did you believe in the use of the supernatural, maybe to enhance your powers as a player and as a team?
I didn't believe in any of that. Maybe in terms of my routines, maybe I would do the same routine. Let's say maybe if I do this routine, you win.
Which one in particular?
Whether it's eating or anything, not rituals, as in umuti or anything like that. So I think it's more to do with my routines. I'm habits. Or maybe or stuff like that.
Are you saying if you eat pasta, then you go on to win, then you think, pasta is the routine,
yes.
Until you lose, then you change.
Until you lose, yes.
Okay, then what if it's the team that is saying, guys, wake up at 3. We're bathing. Don't tell me that you've never come across that.
I never. The thing, I was like, I think the only thing I came across was maybe eating maybe a father something on the kids. You could actually smell it. But
so now when that happens, you are given the kit and it's stinking. Do you take it up with the kit manager? Do you take it up with the coach, or you just
take it up with you?
You just go and play.
I go and play. You just go and play.
Okay. But say maybe any of your teammates who did that, did you then maybe see them performing? Because I remember when I was doing, I think we were doing level 2 coaching, and there was a Zimbabwe Saints legend who told us a story about a colored player who did not believe that. But then his performance was not up to scratch until someone said, "Bra, go ahead and do this." And he did, and then he started scoring. And he was now the first person to say, Mchala, where is that stuff? Mchala, where is that stuff? So, do you think it works, or it's just?
I think it works on your brain. It's all about psychology. Because maybe once you think that thing is helping you, you start believing it. I don't think, for me, I don't think it works. But it's all in the mind every time.
But the team has lost now. And you were wearing
because the thing is, was it working all the time?
No, not all the time.
So what when it
I think they will come up against a team that is strong as
so many things are stronger.
Yes. So I'm saying after the match is finished and you guys lost, having put on that kit, do you then say, kids are not just this? Okay. So so if you are to get those coaching pledges, which team would you like to coach? You've played for two of the big ones, Highlanders and Cape United. So would you like to coach such a team whereby the insults will be raining when the team is not performing?
All right.
No names. I need City Tina, like that pressure cooker of a team like.
Yeah, it's a good challenge. As a coach here, you would want anyway to, if you whether you play a coach, you do want to be at the best club or at the biggest club to challenge yourself.
Okay. Then maybe to cap it off, there are players that are born here, or some came with their parents, and they call them the British Brigade. Do you maybe think that more should be done to get more of these kids to come and represent Zim? Because we've got so many of them now in these academies. And as someone who's been exposed to what's happening here, do you think maybe they are better than the local boys, and more effort should be done to bring them en masse to come maybe play for the age group national teams and then progress to the Warriors?
Yeah, what I think when it comes to, in terms of development, there's no denying their hate maybe from people who are maybe Basekaya. When it comes to grassroots here at the moment, I think it leaves a lot to be desired, to say the least. So I think if we have a chance with our Fanala Bakona, why not? We should. There's Zimbabweans at the end of the day, so we should be getting the good ones. It's not like everyone but have scouts available. There are people who are here who are willing to do scouting for our national team or anything. So,
and on that note, the Zifa leadership were here some time back.
Yes.
Have you former players been contacted, maybe engaged to say, guys, since you are over that side, how best can we work together, maybe in terms of scouting?
I think as players, I'm not quite sure. As former players, I'm not sure. Maybe formally or anything. Anyhow, we do have people who represent us. Maybe the likes of Omso and stuff. Maybe if they have maybe contacted them, but we do have some other people who are not former players or who do this kind of work for.
And also maybe as people that played top flight football back in Zim. Do you guys get together here and maybe play? I remember there was a time when some people organized, was it the World Cup in?
Yeah, there is. Yeah. We do have our own Zimbabwean team. It is Team Zim UK. So we do have tournament, I think, in the summer. Around June, we have the Africa Cup finishes, the World Cup. So we do have tournaments. That's where we meet usually. Smaller, I think most of the former players who are here, we do meet there.
Okay.
Every year.
Now, for a young kid who is growing up in Zim, they wants to be a footballer like you have been. What word of advice would you give that kid?
I think working hard and discipline, those are the two keys, I think, to being successful. I think the training as well. In order for them to develop as well, they need training. Even not training to try and train even on your own as well. You can actually do training on your own. It doesn't take a lot. Work on your touch or head or something or anything. I think which is something that I told myself whether because the mainly Bhora I touch. Once I was controller only pass and see other partner, it's then the rest can fall. I think if you have discipline and you work hard, you can go far.
Well, Milton, thanks a lot for your time. It's a very chilly day and we're outside in the park here in Dish. So hopefully we'll get together sometime with other former pros so that we can just reminisce, you know. Because when you're on your own here, you might hide some things from us.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, but when we with say who's smaller, like Jay, do you remember that day when you did A, B, C, D? You see now. So anyway, thanks for your time.
Thanks for it.